A KSL Sports presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Sponsored by UCCU.
7 weeks into the high school football season, and we are still rolling on all cylinders. Yes, it's time for Game Night Live. Now, can you believe that in 4 weekends from now, we'll be in the state playoffs? Each game between now and then has a huge impact on the power rankings, which ultimately determines playoff seeding. The East Leopards, they have just 2 wins, but they're no pushover. They're ranked 16th in the 5A RPI. They're trying to make a big statement against 4th-ranked Brighton on Friday night. This was our Game Night Live game of the week, and it was a tight one all the way through. In the second quarter, scoreless game, Brighton's Nash Matheson pulls in the tipped pass. He's going to go 41 yards for the touchdown to tie the game at 7. In the third quarter, East down 7 when they get a big play. Asaele Otukolu takes the ball 81 yards. This ties the game up at 14. Starting quarterback for Brighton, Jack Johnson, went down in the third quarter. Sophomore Bubba Ellis steps in, throws the go-ahead touchdown to Matheson. Then in the fourth quarter, East driving in the final minute. Damian Crosby punching it in with 12 seconds left. So East decides to go for the win and the 2-point conversion here. Question is, did he break the plane? Did he get in? We take another look here from the goal line. The refs say no. East not happy about it. They were actually pretty livid. Brighton surviving to get the win 21-20 over the East Leopards. What a wild finish between those two teams. All right, Olympus and Alta played in a long one on Friday night. 30 seconds left, game tied. Alta on their own 34. Kepaniu Metolu finds Graham Miley. Long gain here. It's going to get down to the 18-yard line. Alta sets up for a game-winning field goal. This for the win. Olympus blocks it. So this game's going to overtime. In the first OT, Olympus' Chase Mosley finds Nick Brown to go up by 7. Alta has a chance to tie it. Matt McKay, with a couple scores in regulation, gets this one in overtime as well. So they actually go to 4 overtimes in this game. In the fourth OT, McKay tries to score, but he is stuffed by the Titans defense. Olympus now with a chance to win. Mosley finds Ty Siegel, and that's it. Good for 2, and Olympus pulls out the win after 4 overtimes against Alta. What a thriller. Undefeated American Fork took on Lone Peak. First series of the game, the snap goes over the punter's head. American Fork's Caleb Peterson recovers it in the end zone for the touchdown and the lead, but Lone Peak did not waver. Isaac Staley finishes off the 80-yard drive with the sneak, tying the ball game. In the second quarter, Jacob Erdley gives the Cavemen a 14-7 halftime lead. Fourth quarter, American Fork up 14-10. Dylan Story's pass picked off by Matthias Nawahine. He's going the other way into the end zone. Lone Peak pulling off the upset on Friday night. American Fork's first loss of the year. We had a tight one between Weber and Syracuse. First quarter, Nakosi Swain, 6-yard touchdown, giving Weber the lead. Later in the first, Jake Hopkins to DJ Mays. Look at those moves that he makes to get into the end zone. In fact, Hopkins and Mays combined for 3 touchdowns in the game. Mays goes over the defender to get this one. What a grab. In the fourth quarter, Weber's down 5. Bear McCauley with the fake, so good it fools everyone. Crew Cacciarni is in the end zone for the game-winning touchdown. Weber upsetting Syracuse for the 1-point win. Look at the celebration. All right, last winter, the city of Lehigh celebrated 2 state champions in high school football. The 6A champs Skyridge and the 5A champs Lehigh, both treated to a championship parade through Lehigh. Now, they're both in the same class and the same region, going head-to-head for the first time in the same region, Region 3, Class 6A. And Lehigh looks ready to contend in 6A this year. Devon Eka from 10 yards out gives the Pioneers the 7-0 lead. But Skyridge gets right to work. Jackson Stevens to Trent Call ties the game at 7. Second quarter was all Skyridge. Stevens rolls out of pressure. He's going to find Jack Burke on the 22-yard touchdown. A 21-7 halftime lead. Carter Sheffield in the second half punched in a couple of touchdowns in the third quarter. Skyridge, they pull away. They get the bragging rights in Lehigh this weekend with the big win. Corner Canyon and Riverton, 2 future Utes getting it done early here. Isaac Wilson to Cash Dillon for the 6. In the third quarter, Wilson flips it to Drew Waka here. And that's going to go for another Corner Canyon touchdown. Another big scoring night for Corner Canyon, 55-12. Tight one in Harriman between the Mustangs and the Bingham Miners.
First and goal.
Bingham up 2 in the 4th. That's when Tristan Brimhall runs one in to make it a 9-point game, give them a bit of insurance. They needed it too. Bingham holds on for that win, 47-38. Undefeated Skyview was taking on Logan on Friday and dominating. Skyview's Brevin Egbert, watch this run. He will drag defenders with him all the way to the end zone, a 28-yard touchdown run. Egbert had 6 touchdown runs in the game. Skyview's 7-0 with that 69-18 win. The 5-1 Davis Darts were hosting Fremont in Region 1. In the first quarter, trading Bessinger to Bodie Sparrows, 7-0 Davis. Then Bessinger airs it out to the diving Cash Gates for another score. Bessinger had 4 touchdown passes. Josh Barker had a 38-yard touchdown run right here. And Davis gets a big shutout. Look at that, 42-0. You know, the Dixie Flyers have an overall losing record, but they have yet to lose in Region 9 play, staying neck and neck with Crimson Cliffs for the region lead. Could they keep it that way on Friday night? That's the question as Dixie takes on their rivals Desert Hills. Dixie's Rand Sawyer was a wealth of big plays in this game. 30 seconds into the game, Sawyer takes the jet sweep, 72 yards to the house. Dixie's up 7-0. Start of the 4th quarter, Dixie down by 10. This looks like a standard punt that Desert Hills will down, but watch Rand Sawyer. Grabs it on the bounce, catches everyone off guard, and he gets all the way down to the Dixie 3-yard line, or cuts it down to 3. Dixie down 26-21 with 1 minute left in the game. Wyatt Truman, he's going to take it in from 7 yards out. Dixie gets the 1-point win over the Thunder. What a thriller down in St. George. All right, South Summit and Summit Academy with a high-scoring affair. South Summit's Trey Stembridge breaks through for a 54-yard touchdown in the first quarter. Trying to set the tone there. South Summit would cruise over Summit Academy 45-33. All right, we're going to take just a quick break, but we still have the best from Week 7 on the way. Plus, we check in down in Lawrence with the BYU Cougars. And Game Night Live wouldn't be complete without the highlight reel. That's coming up next. We've got a recipe and it's simple. We take the music, add one of our talented KSL sports producers, mix it up with Utah's amazing high school football talent, and we get this, the Game Night Live highlight reel. Let's go. Game Night Live heads to Lehigh next Friday. The Lone Peak Knights, fresh off an upset over American Fork, will try to repeat that success against undefeated Skyridge. Jeremiah Jensen, Stevenson Sylvester, Mary Louise Cook, they'll all be there to present that game to us live on KSLSports.com, the KSL Sports app, or the KSL Plus app. Choose your channel, I guess, and just watch the game. Join them. Friday at 7. All right, hey, we'll be back here at 10 with more college football. See you.